What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I want to thank my sponsor, Steel Supplements. Link and discount code down in the description. I'm also a Webull preferred influencer. Use the link in the pinned comment. Deposit any amount of money. They will give you at least 2 shares of free stocks. Also have a partnership with Thrive Fantasy. Really enjoyed playing their fantasy game. I'll put a link down for them as well. Kind of mixes prop bets with fantasy sports. Have enjoyed it as the season starts. Want to talk about this comment here. It's hard for me sometimes to keep my composure in these videos because, to be fair, I've been painted out to be the bad guy. I have been the villain. I am the evil one in the community. And that's okay. Like, I'm literally just sitting here talking into a microphone. But, the reactions of this company, the reactions of people who align with this company, make me out to be this terrible person. You guys don't. I mean, look at the likes on these videos. So when I see this stuff, I'm perplexed when they talk about, this is people burning bridges to them, right? No one's burning bridges here. Like, we might be burning the boats, but we're not burning the bridges. You should be glad that people are passionate. You should be happy that people want a better product and are coming to you. You should understand it. That's what we're going to talk about today, understanding where this is coming from. So, I'm Pasos Tacos. With how horrible this game is performing for the average Madden fan, you would think employees would be spending more time working on bettering the product than making videos on YouTube highlighting how they have a better game than the public does. Must be magic. Without context, okay, this isn't overly negative. There's really nothing here other than just, hey, an elaborate, can you make a better game? Now, his response to this is so incredible. There's so much anger. There's so much frustration. He says to him, I get that you don't know the ins and outs of game development. So the first thing he's done is disrespect the customer. The first thing he said is, I'm smarter than you. I know more than you. I get it. You're dumb. But the developers just don't get a better version of the game, laugh out loud. Again, everything is a joke. Everything is comedic. What you think is funny to me, because I'm superior. I will make sure to pass along to our engineers to work inhumane hours, not spend time with their families, or take any time to relax, though. Did anything in that comment about just wanting a better game warrant any of that response? Where you literally mock the guy, laugh at him, and then imply that he asked you to do all these things that he never did. So my response to Swami is this. What exactly do you feel is the benefit of speaking to a customer like this? And I tried to reflect back on him. Our stance. That we bought a product, okay? We were sold a product. And we're dissatisfied with it. That's a natural thing. It happens in business every single day. And we're going back to someone that's responsible for the game. So when he sits there and out of nowhere projects that this guy must be telling him, work inhumane hours. Don't spend time with your family. Don't relax. That's a pretty heavy statement. That's a lot. And I ask him, where does that even come from? There's nothing there that would have instigated any of those things. Is that subliminally how he feels? Deep down, does he know that's the only way this game is going to improve? So I tell him, honestly, go in on Monday and ask EA, can they give you resources to help you understand the customer and deal with criticism? Because when we go back to the original point of, you're burning bridges. This is him burning a bridge. This is him out of contexting a customer, right? This is why, as a community, we look back at Clint with the try again. Clint with the 2 is better than 1. And then you add it to this and you just ask yourself, what is the mentality? What is the mindset of people working on this game? As I tell them, it's like they don't understand that as customers, we have every right to be dissatisfied not only with Madden 22, but the state of the game in general. And reflecting all these criticisms back reflecting all these things on the person just telling you they're not satisfied says more than anything, right? And I say to him, you have zero grounds to speak about anyone. And I mean this. When you talk to someone like this, when you write something like that, whether it's 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, whether you think it's a joke or not, you lose any right to speak about someone being negative. When you handle a situation like this, you are done telling someone you're negative. You know, I tell them, I've got 15 years of dealing with customers, right? Millions of dollars of revenue. Millions. If I spoke to a customer like this, whether it was on my personal account, whether it was at work, whether it was through a personal email, the next day I'm done. There's not a lot of companies that are going to stand for this. There's not a lot of companies that will accept a culture like this. Because the game isn't going to get better like this. You're not creating an environment for healthy communication. You're not opening a line of contact where people see this and say, yeah, I want to reach out to this guy. I'm going to talk to this guy. No creator is looking at this interaction here and saying, you know what? I'm going to go buy Madden. I'm going to start making content because I got to be a part of this community. So at the end, I tell him, just as like a person to person, not creator to developer, not YouTuber to YouTuber, just as a person to a person. It's concerning that he thinks this way. Right? It's not something I feel like he can just say, oh, it was a big joke. Because that's what a lot of these responses turn into. When people express a concern in how he deals with a customer, his response is, I was just joking. You don't get the joke. And I tell him, I feel comfortable speaking for the entire community and for you guys as well. We're not here to be against this guy. We're not here to be a thorn in his side. We're not here to be the burner of all bridges. We want to help them. We want them in a positive place, and we want the best game possible. Now, sometimes do people throw a little jab in there? Sure they do. But so do the people responding to us, right? So does Clint, okay? So does Sean, right? It's just human nature. But to sit here and at the end of the day, simply have a customer ask, hey, can you make a better game? I mean, you're streaming your game for 2 hours here. You have to be aware of some of these problems. And to have the net result be, well, I'll tell our engineers to work inhumane hours, not spend time with their families, take any time to relax, since that's what you want. It's incredible. It literally is incredible. It shows me why this game is where it is. It shows me the true mindset of the people that work on this game. And most importantly, it shows me what they really think about you as a customer. If you think that he values anyone's opinion after a comment like this, you're wrong. He doesn't. If you think that he takes time to critically look at what's projected to him after a comment like this, you're wrong. I don't care where the criticisms come from, whether it's an EA-sponsored creator, a community member, or just a blind post that they send out to get responses to. Anyone that wants to respond like this doesn't value anyone's input but their own. Because they have their own ideologies and their own mindset of what it's going to take and what someone must want. Because if you think this response is what should be said, this response shows they have an unhealthy relationship with goals, they don't know how to meet them, and they don't have a proper mindset of how to meet someone's expectations. And clearly, this is the only way he feels expectations in our community are going to be met. Love to know what you guys think about this. Appreciate you checking out this video. What would you do if a developer responded to you like this? What would you have said to this guy? Other than that, just to close this out, for people that ask, what would I do if Madden were good? Go back to my last video. Watch my video on the show. That's what I would do if a video game were good. That's what I should be able to do with Madden. It's a shame that I can't. But it's even more of a shame the game is never going to get there with people like this at the helm. Love to know your thoughts on this. Appreciate checking out. You know I will be back in the week with more commentary.